All right, folks, welcome to the episode 2 of Live Buyer Calls, where I literally put myself out there and make calls to end buyers. For some of you folks who had been with me, you all know I'm all about acquisition. I do live seller calls, go direct to seller, and lock up deals. This is something that I really wanted to challenge myself um, and start doing the dispo. I personally like acquisition better. That being said, it's very important for me to know everything about the business in order for me to scale up if I decide to do so, or coach you guys on a few things here or there, or even just to be able to answer the questions. So I just want to be able to feel the pain of the dispo folks and fully understand that side of the business so that I can improve and be a better acquisition manager. So that being said, I'm here to make calls. Feel free to tear me a new one if you see or hear anything that I'm doing that you feel is incorrect or something that you would do better. Just like what I have on the banner, which I don't have up right now, but I will in a little bit. It's all about growing together and inspiring each other. So I'm here to grow with you guys. Feel free to drop any comments in the chat. Um, Leave me a comment, and then also, just let me know if there's anything that you would do differently, and if there's any key takeaway that you get out of this, let me know as well. I'm always looking forward to hearing from you folks. All right, cool. That being said, let's get to it. I am still displaying the deal in Florida, Port Charlotte. So I'm going to go ahead and make calls right now. Let's see what we can do here. If you guys are asking, I am actually getting my buyers out of Investor Base. I like Investor Base. It's working so far, so let's see how it goes. I'd like to give myself 30, 60 days before I can really give an honest review about it. But so far, it's going well. All right, why is this not dialing?
Please leave your message for.
Hey, Miguel. Good afternoon. Caesar here. We briefly spoke yesterday, I believe. I sent you a text with the Port Charlotte off-market deal that I have. It's an amazing, amazing rental opportunity. I notice you buy a lot of rental properties out in Port Charlotte. So this is something you can add to your portfolio. 1% rule crusher, got instant equity to about 23%. And if you do the BRRRR, it's pretty much a free house. So great opportunity for you. Give me a call when you get this. We're doing walkthroughs throughout the week. Let me know when you'd like to walk it. I'll send you another text. Okay, thanks. All right, guys, let me just text this guy. All right, let's see. This is the only thing. Whenever I go live, I get like text messages right away. I'm like, we gotta get going. So. Let's see. All right. All right, let's go call Mike.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Just try to call. Able. Take a look. All right, let's see. Who is this? Oh, speaking of, hey Randy, what's up, buddy? Speaking of, since we're doing the dispo, there's actually another deal that one of my team members locked up, but it's really not that great. So let me give this guy a call. I think his name is Matt.
Well, I'll be damned.
Hey Matt, how are you, buddy?
Are you all right?
I am all right, man. It's just been very, very busy in the last few days, man. I apologize. Usually I'm pretty good at getting back to you, as you know. I usually get back within 24 hours. So,
Yeah.
yep. It's just it was just one of those few days in a row that I was just like back to back to back, man. So, cool. So, thank you for your patience. Really appreciate it. I've also been having my team work on this for quite some time now. So I'll give you a couple of feedbacks that I'm getting from folks. Is we've talked to about 15 investors now. That's locally over there, and I'm still waiting for a few more. But the common feedback that I'm getting at this moment is at the price point that we're at. One, they love what you've done so far, so they're okay with that. They're like, "Hey, this is good. There's not much rehab to be done." That being said, after looking at all the comps, they keep coming back to me and going, "Hey, Caesar, buying that property at the price point that that we got it at, it's like buying it on a market price. There's really not a whole much of discount there." And so I'm still waiting on a few guys, and these are the guys that I've done business with in the past that I'm, once I hear back from them, that's when I'll be able to make my decision on it. But right now, it just seems like a lot of the people that we've talked to are coming up with the same scenario, the same story.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, like I told you, there's only a little bit of shit that needed to be done, and I'm working on it now. And so if you pass on it, I'm going, you know, I guess just finish it and sell it.
Put it on the market. It might be the best option for you, just based on the feedback that I'm getting. But like I said, I'm waiting for just a couple more folks. So just, what's today? Today's what? Tuesday, right? Give me till, because I don't want to hold you up, right? I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste mine. Today's Tuesday. Give me till Thursday, Friday at the latest. I should be hearing back from my couple of guys that I'm waiting on. Just one of them's out of town. The other one is just super busy as well. So give me till Friday. I'll definitely make my decision by then. But right now, it's just man, whenever I can't get anyone to get in the car, to even get in the car to take a look at the property, for me that's feedback itself. You know what I mean? Like it's either a bad location for me, or I have this at a bad price. Either way, I got to make that decision quick, and I don't want to hold you up any longer. So give me a couple of days, and then let me get to with my guys that I usually do business with, and then from there I'm going to be able to make my decision on this.
So wait a minute, you can't even get anybody there to look at it? Is that what you're saying?
That's right, man. So whenever I can't get anyone to go over there to take a look at it, that tells me, like I said, it's either a bad location or I have it at a bad price. Because I personally, if someone comes up to me and go, "Hey, Caesar, I've got a deal in San Diego," and they show me the deal, if it's at a bad price, I don't even get in the car to go take a look at the place. Now, if it's in a good price, even though it's a bad location, then hey, I'll take my time to go take a look at it and visit the place and do a walkthrough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they haven't even looked at it.
No, I know, that's what I'm saying. So I also am the same way when I get deals from other people from outside of San Diego. I'll get in the car, take a look if the price point is right. If the price point is not right, then for me, it's not even worth me wasting my time and my gas money on it. So right now, like I said, there's a few guys that I'm still waiting on. But when I'm starting to hear, like I said, I've already talked to 15 folks, and none of them even wanted to get in the car. And I've showed them the pictures and everything, and it's like, man, it's making me to start think. You know what I mean? But let me work my magic in the next 48 hours, and we'll see what we can do.
The place like it is valued at $70,000.
Well, that's where I'm hearing otherwise. What they're saying is it's not. And so I'm waiting for the two guys that I've done a lot of business with, the ones that I trust. I'm just giving you the feedback that I'm getting, right? I'm not saying I'm backing out of it, but that's the feedback that I'm getting at the moment, and I'm still waiting for the two guys that I'm waiting on.
Yeah, sure, I understand that, and if they're not even going to look at the place, and they're telling you that it's not worth the money that we talked about, I just don't understand how they could come to that without even looking at the place.
Yeah, how they come to that is, and I'm just letting you know based on, once again, I'm going to put it the other way, right? Like, because I do have folks calling me when they have a deal in San Diego. So I know my market very well. So I look at it, and they might come to me and go, "Hey, Caesar, this is a good deal because my after repair value is this is how much I can sell it for. Or if we decide to keep it as a rental, this is how much equity we're going to get out of it because I got it at a very good discount." Okay. That's usually the type of email or phone calls that I get. Once I get that, I look at it and I go, "Well, yeah, I know you said it's $1 million, but this one is in the barrio. This one's actually worth only $850, not $1 million." So once that number changes, then obviously everything else trickles down, and what they thought was a good deal is no longer a good deal, especially for me since I know my market well here in San Diego. So what I'm saying is, when you and I were talking, I'm going, okay, I can comp this at 70, like you said, right? Because you are giving me your numbers and you seem like a very reasonable guy, and you know your numbers well. And so I'm like, okay, I can see that as 70. But now the people that know the market are coming back to me going, no, that's actually not worth 70 over there. If that guy finishes everything that he does there and puts it up on the market, at best he'll probably get 55 or 60. That's what I'm hearing, and that's why I'm waiting for the other two guys. And that's why I'm waiting for the other two guys. Yeah, like that's why I'm not backing out yet, right? Like I'm still waiting on the two guys that I trust. But that's, hey man, since you and I started, I've always been fully transparent with you. So I'm just giving you the feedback that I'm getting.
You're good. Listen, just the only thing I'd ask is just keep in touch with me, because you haven't even talked to my dad yet, so he still doesn't. He still thinks that I'm bullshitting him.
Oh, okay. I misread your thing. I thought he was going to call me, so I'll give him a call today. That I'll promise you.
Please do that. Just let him know that I'm not fucking lying to him.
Yeah. I will tell him. Just give me a couple of hours, man, because I've got a few calls I got to make. But I'll make sure to give him a call. I will. I'll call him this evening. There you go. Just let him know.
Just to touch bases with him. You don't have to give him a whole bunch of information.
No, not at all.
Let him know that you're interested in the property at the $45,000. That's all he needs to know.
Absolutely. That's all I'm going to say. Hey, we're opening title. We're good to go. So no worries. Right. I will do that. That I can promise you. You can count on that. It's as good as cash, bro. Take that to the bank. All right?
All right. Well, shoot me a text after you talk to him.
All right, brother. I'll do that.
Later.
Okay, bye. All right. Back to the other one. Let's see. Where is this guy?
Oh.
Hey, Mike, it's Caesar. How are you, man? You and I spoke yesterday.
What's up, man?
How's everything going?
Oh, just driving to Miami.
Driving to Miami. How far is Miami from? Where are you? Are you in Port Charlotte right now, or?
No, it takes a couple hours from Port Charlotte to get to Miami. Just coming over here to do some strippers and cocaine.
Love it. Next time, throw out an invite, man.
What you got going on?
I'm feeling a little hurt. What do you call it? So I had one walk through today. I have another one later on. I really like my conversation with you yesterday. I think you're a pretty straightforward kind of guy. I know you've had those couple of flips that you've done in that area. I mean, is there any way you can get one of your guys to go out there and walk the property? I'd love to get an honest feedback from someone that I feel like I can trust.
Give me 1 second. Let me hit something up. Give me 1 second.
Who's on right now? You guys drop it on the chat. I want to see who's on. Randy, looks like you're on. Hopefully you're still on. And whoever's on, I want to know, like, are you guys using Investor Lift, Investor Base, or are you guys using a dispo team to do your dispo? Leave it on the chat. When I was part of a team, I've always done the acquisition. My partner Tom was always doing the disposition side. Now that I'm on my own, I am looking for dispo teams to work with. I will give everyone a chance. But also at the same time, I am doing the dispo on my own. Just like I said earlier, I just want to feel that pain so I know how to maneuver. I know how to overcome objections, and be able to master all sides of this business instead of just the acquisition side. What are your thoughts, guys? I know there's different ways of going about it. Obviously, there's the hedgehog concept, which is what I've always done. You guys think it's worth doing that, or should I just go ahead and send them all to dispo teams? What are your thoughts? I want to hear from you guys. Let me put them on mute before I start saying things. Jesus. Andrew, Coupon Club not been putting new leads on Monday and Tuesday. Took out all filters and it's still no new leads. Is it the same for you? That's a good question. I don't know, man. I usually don't even look for that. For me, it's all about, is it a lead that I can still buy? I just go buy it. So let me take a look. When you say new, what do you mean by that?
This is Mike. I'm able to come on the call right now.
Let's try and call him that. All right, let me just text the guy. He's probably on the other line trying to get someone to go do a walkthrough. Okay, cool. So like 48 hours old, everything's from last week. For the last 2 weeks. Ah, okay, cool. So everything's been there for the last, well, I just looked right now. I got rid of all the filters, sale leads, coupon club. I got one from Eckhart in Indiana, came in on February 7th. So February 7th is what I see here. So I guess, yeah, I guess that was last week. I guess my question is, why is that important? Why would that make a difference? Ooh, I'm definitely buying some of these. Thank you, Andrew, for letting me know, because I actually haven't looked at it yet, but I might buy some today. Some of these look pretty good. El Paso. Oh yeah. Some of these were the ones that I couldn't buy because someone had it locked for 48 hours. So now I can buy them. Let's go. Cool. All right, so waiting for him to give me a call. I'm sure he'll call me back. So let's take a look at the next one. Andrew, sorry, man. I don't know if I answered that question for you, but I guess I was talking a little bit out loud there. So for me, that's not really, it doesn't bother me if it's a week old. It also doesn't bother me that I see 7 orders, 10 orders, 11 orders, 3 orders. For me, all of that is irrelevant. So maybe that's where I differ. I want to have those orders. I want it to be a week old. For me, the older they are, the better it gets. It's like wine, man. And if you need me to explain that further, I'd be more than happy to. If you feel differently, drop it on the chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and let's have an open conversation about it. Cool.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3059755. Available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Tyler. Good afternoon. Caesar here. I'm just calling you about the property that I sent over to you yesterday out in Port Charlotte. Looks like you flip in that area. When you get a chance, give me a call back. It's a great flip opportunity for you. You can reach me at this number, and I'll go ahead and send you another text, okay? Thank you. Bye-bye. All right. So,
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
hey, Tyler. Good afternoon. Caesar here. Hey, man, I noticed you do a lot of flips out in Port Charlotte. Wanted to see if you're still looking to buy and add to your portfolio. I have an amazing flip opportunity for you out in Port Charlotte. It's got a great spread on it. When you get a chance, give me a call back. I'm going to go ahead and shoot you a quick text as well. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll go from there. Thanks. All right, let's see. Andrew, what'd you say? They are, the more people they talk to, the more. Yup, that's exactly what I'm saying, Andrew. That's exactly what I'm saying. And now it becomes a follow-up game. Whoever has a better follow-up game and who also has a better way to connect with people and be a human being, and explaining and educating the sellers why you are where you are, which in turn would explain why everyone was where they were. And so, yeah, it definitely helps. Platinum Real Estate, hoping to get my first. What do you mean you're hoping to get your first deal in 2025? It's only February, brother. You will get your first deal in 2025. You'll get your first deal this month. How's that? Platinum, are you doing this full time? Are you doing this part time? What's your deal? Talk to me.
You have reached Kim, and I'm busy at the moment and cannot come to the phone. If you leave a name, a number, and a short message, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Thank you and have a blessed day.
Hi, Kim. Good afternoon. Caesar here. I sent you a text yesterday about an amazing fix and flip opportunity out in Port Charlotte. I noticed you do a few flips in Port Charlotte. So when you get a chance, give me a call back. Love to chat with you, see your thoughts on it. You do get an upside potential, minimum of $33,000 on it. So when you get a chance, give me a call back. Thanks. Oh, shoot. That's the one. So she is not. It is, but wrong. Today's. All right, bro. Question for you. Been studying and going to do this full time. Awesome, man. That is great. Keep doing that. Well, one, how long have you been studying? I'm going to ask you that question. And two, how long have you been trying to build up your buyers list? And the third question I have is, why are you trying to build up your buyers list? So you've been studying for a couple of months. All right. So I'm assuming you've been trying to build your buyers list for a couple of months as well. So I guess my question to you is, okay, cool. Learning as you go. Awesome. Sweet. So are you finally making calls to sellers, trying to offer up some deals, trying to get things under contract? Uh-oh. Platinum. I'm gonna put this up here, all right, if you don't mind.
We're sorry.
All right, Platinum. I am trying to learn Sub 2 and creator financing. All right, man. Can I give you an honest opinion? Feedback for you. Actually, before I do that, let me ask you this. How many cash deals have you closed, locked up, and hit the across the finish line? And I'm asking because I don't know if you're saying that you're just starting now as far as wholesaling goes, or you're just starting creative financing. I just want to clarify. So, how many deals have you closed so far, even on a cash deal? Just now getting into the game. All right, brother. Just now getting into the game. So, I'll give you my 2 cents on this. Creative financing works first and foremost, right? Sub 2 works, seller finance works, all of that stuff work. Okay. Now, I just want you to open your mind on something. Okay. A couple of things. One, cash deals are like high school. Creative financing is like getting your PhD. Okay. So here's the thing, man. How are you learning the PhD stuff if you haven't graduated high school yet? Okay. Now, I'm not saying get away from it. I'm not saying don't learn it. By all means, education's good. Learn as much as you can. Okay. But here's the thing, man. When I first started it, dude, I love creative financing. It's like the new shiny object. Oh, you can do that. I didn't know you can do that. Oh my gosh. And here's the thing, man. And just drop a 1 or a 2, okay? 1 if it's a yes, 2 if it's a no, okay? Do you feel like, okay, this is how I felt. I was like, oh man, you mean to tell me I can actually meet them at their price point or closer to their price point as long as I can get a creative deal? That was my thought process. And so in the beginning, I was like, oh, I don't need to negotiate down and lowball them. I can actually say, oh, if you want 100,000, I can give you 100,000 as long as we can do creative financing. And so when I started thinking that way, I found myself using creative financing as a crutch. So instead of actually learning how to negotiate and learning where the right price point is in order for it to be profitable for the end buyer, I was just like, yeah, I don't need to negotiate. Let me just lock this up under sub 2 or lock this up under seller finance. And guess what? When I did, I went and marketed and pitched it to people who are always saying, hey, I'll meet you at your price point. But here's the thing, they still have to cash flow. It still has to make sense to the end buyer. So none of my deals went through. Does that mean creative financing does not work? Absolutely not. It just meant I didn't know how to lock them up in the right way, at the right price point, so that it would still be favorable for the end buyer. So I just wanted to open your mind that if you don't know how to negotiate and get it at the right price point, no matter what you learn here, it doesn't matter because you're still going to lock up shitty deals. You know what I mean? So I always say, learn how to negotiate, learn how to do the cash deal first, and then learn how to do the creative financing. Because then at that point, you're always going to be looking at it from an end buyer's point of view to go, oh, okay, that's going to make sense. So you want to be able to bring more cards to the table if need be. Why? Or a better question is, how do you know you might be able to bring more cards to the table, But how do you know those are the right cards? Right? So learn how to look at it from an end buyer's point of view first. Embrace the no, embrace being the end buyer. And then from there, you can go ahead and bring more cards to the table. You know? Because it still has to make sense. The numbers still have to make sense. You know what I mean? So just wanted to let you know that. Like right now, I have a deal that I've locked up. I made a mistake there, and I locked it up at 130 because I saw these two as-is properties got sold at 145. But I looked at it at homes.com and it said last listed price, not sold price. And so when I looked on PropStream later on after I've locked it up, the two as-is properties actually were sold at 118 and 126. And so I wasn't getting anything. So now I got a buyer ready to rock and roll, but I have to have it at 110. So I told the seller wants to try other people that I've talked to them. And then now she was like, well, someone called me yesterday and they said I can be the banker for this and yada, yada, yada. And so I said, oh, absolutely. It's like, Teresa, I offered that deal to you first time we talked, but I thought you said you wanted to pay off your loans and that having a monthly payment wouldn't make any sense to you. And she's like, oh, yeah, I remember now. So then I said, okay, well, what's the price point? They agreed to the 140. It's like, okay. I'm like, what terms did they give you? She's like, well, they're running their numbers. They're going to come back to me. I said, okay. So I said, let's talk about this. So Teresa, how much can I rent that place out for? She was like, $1,800. So how much do you think, as an investor, how much do you think I should pay you per month so that I can still cash flow after getting $1,800 from my tenant? She's like, I don't know, 1,600, 1,500. So I had to educate her. I said, no. I mean, I have to get it low enough where I'm paying you about $900 a month, about 50% of that 1,800, so that I have enough room to pay for taxes, insurance, vacancy, maintenance, paying a property management company to manage my property. And so I was like, so if these guys come back to you, they're going to come back about $900, maybe $1,200 a month. Is that going to help? She's like, oh no, absolutely not. There you go. So just wanted to open your eyes, man. Like I said, nothing against the creative financing world. It works. I definitely will use it when I acquire my own properties that I'm not going to wholesale, the ones that I'm going to keep. That being said, just don't use it as a crutch. Playboy said it. Don't lead with creative. Creative only works if it's the only solution for a seller. Plus, you need it under the entry fee, cash on cash, and cash flow. Exactly. What would I recommend for a dialer? Platinum. Why do you need a dialer? Let me ask you that question. Do you have thousands and thousands of leads to call on? Cold calls. Okay. So are you pulling lists? Are you pulling a list, doing list stacking right now? So if you're gonna cold call, perhaps you need a dialer. I personally never, dude. I'm Asian, bro. I'm cheap. I wanted to keep my costs as low as possible. For me, dialer is not going to help me close a deal. A lead is what's going to help me close a deal, a warm lead. So I just stuck it out, man. I just dialed one number at a time. So nope, I wouldn't recommend a dialer unless you are gonna pull up those lists and you have thousands and thousands of people to call and you're gonna cold call, then maybe you want to do a dialer. But for me, I just don't see, because how much is a dialer, guys? I don't know. Anyone that's on here, do you guys have dialers? How much is a dialer? If you were to do a dialer, what dialer should Platinum go for? Why and how much is it? I would actually like to know. Let's see here. Let's not talk again. Awesome. So you have a VA. You have a VA on standby. Cool, man. Can I ask you a question, Platinum? By the way, Platinum, if you want to hop on and have a conversation, man, I would love that. Up to you. And if you're shy about it, totally cool. We can continue to do this. Whatever's best for you. If you don't mind me asking, man, how much are you paying for that VA? How much per month? No worries, bro. It's totally cool. I was just curious, just in case you were free.
Please leave your message for 612644.
Hey, Lisa. Good afternoon. Caesar here. Hey, I noticed you have a few rental properties out in Port Charlotte. I sent you an amazing opportunity, amazing buy and hold opportunity out in Port Charlotte yesterday. Give me a call. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm having multiple walkthroughs throughout the week, and I just don't want you to miss out on this opportunity. I'll go ahead and shoot you a text with all the info again, and let me know your thoughts. Thanks. Yeah, Platinum, it's all in pesos, man. Like, I'm assuming that's Filipino pesos, right? Those are my people. I get it, but how much are you going to spend on it per month? And here's the reason why. Brother, please, I don't want you to think I'm shitting on your on your on your plan right now, because I am not, okay? I just want to bring out the pros and cons, so for you to really decide whether it's worth for you or not, okay? Because I do get a lot of phone calls, a lot of people hitting me up going, man, I just spent X amount on these VAs and I haven't locked up a deal. I haven't done this. I haven't done that. I haven't done this. No, man, I'm in California, but yes, I am Filipino. And so I just want you to be aware before you start sinking all that cost into a VA. I'm assuming, and I can be wrong, but is it safe for me to assume that you haven't cold called yourself? Like, how many cold calls have you done where you're able to get it from a cold call to a discovery call into making an offer into getting it locked up? I would like for you to answer that question before I continue. Perfect. Okay, so you have not started anything, right? The reason why I asked you that question, bro, is this. If you don't know how to cold call yourself, how do you know whether the cold caller, your VA, is doing a good job or a bad job? Yeah, that's what she has done for a living. Doesn't mean shit. Shaq played for a living. He couldn't hit a fucking free throw.
Please leave your message for 61264
Let me leave this message for a second.
453.
I didn't want you guys to get her phone number. The point that I'm trying to make, brother, is okay. Before I make this point, why do you think I'm doing the dispo calls right now? I don't want to do this shit. I'm more of an acquisition guy, right? But right now I'm solo. So now I have to go but send my deals to different dispo teams to see which one would jive with me. Here's the thing, I don't know the dispo world. So how do I even know which one would jive with me? How do I know that my deals are either shit deals or the dispo team is not doing their job? I don't know that until I'm able to do it myself, where I can go, oh, this is the pain that they have to go through. This is what needs to be done to go from point A to point Z. Once I know that, then I can pinpoint, oh, that dispo team sucks. I'm not going to do business with them. They do it for a living, but they suck, right? And I'll go to the other one. The point that I'm trying to say is you don't know what you don't know, and you're not going to be able to manage her. Like, how are you going to tell her that she's doing a shitty job if you haven't done it yourself? You know, so by all means, give her a shot, try her. Okay. Now, that being said, once she gives you a lead, how are you going to close that? So give her a shot, but you yourself, you better start making calls, right? If you have some cash, buy some leads. If you don't have any cash, go pick up the phone and call FSBOs, for sale by owners. Do I want you to count on that as where you're going to make your money and where you're going to close deals? No, but you better be practicing. And you watching me, watching RJ, watching all these people, that's not practicing, right? So if you really want to invest in this VA, by all means, do it. Give it a shot, right? Please, whatever I tell you, don't let that discourage you. Do what you're going to do. Only thing I ask for is you better start making calls yourself. Because if you don't make calls yourself, yeah, let's say she's good at what she does, all right? Let's assume that for a second. She's great at what she does. She gives you 10 leads this week. How the fuck are you going to close those 10 leads if you've never picked up the phone and talked to a seller? So then now, she's good, but you suck. That means you still sunk all your cost. Or it can be the other way around where you're practicing, now you're getting good, and then now you realize, oh shit, she's giving me a bunch of shitty deals. Shitty, not deals, but leads, right? So all I'm saying is Get your teeth kicked in too, bro. Don't be afraid of it. Get your teeth kicked in. Andrew, Caesar, give it to him straight. Coupon club and just buying the leads is better. Cash conversion cycle is shorter, even though it's a cold call or the majority of coupon club leads or cold calls. 100%. I would say that. 100% agree with you, Andrew. Not going to read all the things that he said, so you guys can look that up on what he says. And yes, Andrew, you can get a refund. Perfect. Heck yeah, Platinum. That's what I'm talking about. Not scared of failure. You like the challenge. Absolutely. So, bro, if you want to give that lady a shot, by all means, give her a shot. You'll know right away whether you make the right decision or not. And I'd rather have it come from you than have it come from me, right? It's your money, not mine. So go for it. The only thing I would say is just go ahead and start making calls yourself right now. Practice, get good with the FISBOs. So in that way, when she does give you a lead, you can lock it up. Okay? That's all I got to say. All right. Let's see. Who did I just call? Oh. Are you still buying? All right. Dude, perfect, bro. Perfect. So if that's the easy part, then when I go live tomorrow or 2 days from now, or at least by the end of the week, then you should be able, when I ask you how many people have you called and talked to yet, that number better be greater than 0. Cool. And I'm only bringing this up, man, because I've seen it numerous times, bro. People investing thousands of dollars onto getting their dialers, getting prop stream, getting their VA and all that shit. And then I go, all right, cool. Let's do a quick role play. I'm the homeowner. You're calling me. I'm the lead that you just got from your VA. How are you going to close me? Lock it up. And they don't know the difference between the hole, they don't know the difference between their ass and the hole in the ground. And I'm like, so you just spent thousands of dollars paying your goddamn VA and you can't even close a door to save your life. I don't know, man, but for me, I hate doing that. Like, if I'm going to invest the money, I better know how to do it, right? And so when I started, nope, didn't want the VAs, didn't want the dialers. Yes, I cold called a whole lot. Yes, I did the list stacking. That's the only thing I spent my money on, was pulling up the list. I hated every single second of it. Not the cold calling part. That one I enjoyed. I'm a rare breed. I like that. But what I didn't like was that I spent all this fucking money and 80-90% of the numbers were all incorrect, wrong numbers. And so I would go for hours without talking to a live person. And so I said, so then in my mind, I'm going, how am I going to learn? How am I going to get better if I'm not going to the bat? Right? I'm always at the fucking bullpen. And so what did I do? When I would go for hours without talking to someone, I would literally just go to FISBO for sale by owner. I would just pick a random city and I would just start calling. And I love that because the numbers are the real numbers. And guess what? I was getting my ass kicked. Getting my ass kicked is much better than not getting a hold of anyone. You know? And so for me, that's how I learned, man. And then lucky enough, I met my business partner, Austin. He had his thing set up. He had leads. I said, all right, let's call these leads. And then from there, kind of just grew my community. Well, I don't want to say my community, but, just network with other investors, got invested in RJ Bates and the Titanium, became part of the Titanium family, and really kind of just took off from there, right? Just grew. So I like where you're going at, Platinum. I probably wouldn't do what you're doing, but hey, if your mind is set on it, by all means follow through with it. But just be nimble, be adaptable, and like I said, call. You need to start making calls. Just in case you're right, you want to be ready for that good lead. In case you're wrong, it's still going to be good for you because you made calls. It's a win-win situation.
Hello, you've reached Elon Evron. Please leave a message.
Elon, good afternoon. It's Caesar. Hey, brother, I sent you a text yesterday. It looks like you do a lot of flips out in Port Charlotte. Got an amazing flip opportunity for you. Give me a call when you get this. You can reach me at this number. I'll go ahead and shoot you a text as well with all the information and let me know your thoughts, okay? We are doing walkthroughs throughout the week, and I'd love for you to take a look at it. Let me know if you're in the neighborhood. Thanks. Platinum, I'm more than happy to JV anytime. I will underwrite it, give you my feedback. But yeah, man, I'm here to help in any way that I can, brother. I just wanted to be transparent with you because I've talked to a lot of people already about it. And I've seen the pain. And yeah, getting the back end set up first, I don't know, might be a good idea. For me, I'm an action kind of guy, man. Let me just put it this way. If you have no products on the shelves, what's the back end going to do? Rental properties, Port Charlotte. Oh, dude, St. Louis is a good market, man. It is. It's a great market. There's a bunch of speed to lead leads too. From St. Louis. Dim, let's go.
Hello?
Hello, is this Dim?
Yeah.
Yes, Dim. Good afternoon. My name is Caesar. I sent you a text yesterday. Do you still buy fix and flip houses in Port Charlotte?
Say again?
Can you say again?
Oh, I was just asking, are you still flipping any houses out in Port Charlotte?
Houses out of the Fort Charlotte. Say again? The one,
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I don't understand you.
Oh, I was asking, are you still buying investment properties in Port Charlotte?
No, she never buys any investment property there.
Oh no. All right, man. Sorry, I got the wrong number. I'll take you off the list, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye. All right, investor base. That's one of the ones that are not good. Incorrect info. Let's see. 211. Right person, but never bought. And not a flipper. Let's see. Next. You do have a validated list for every state for title companies that work with the wholesalers. Awesome, man. That's always a plus. That being said, just FYI, I usually don't. Yes, Randy, I just started doing that, man. Thank you. I usually don't open title until I have an end buyer. And a lot of times when actually, I'd say 99.9% of the time, when I lock up a deal, I just put TBD for title company to be determined. And then I just let the buyer choose their title company as long as they can do the wholesale fee. Much easier that way.
Hi, this is Scott. Please leave a message.
Hey, Scott. Good afternoon. Caesar here. I sent you a text yesterday. It looks like you do some flips out in Port Charlotte. I've got a great flip opportunity for you. Give me a call when you get this. Love to chat with you about it. I've got a few walkthroughs happening throughout the week. Want to be able to squeeze you in. All right, let me know. I'll go ahead and send the information right now. Thanks. Hey folks, just a question for you. I know the live seller calls are always fun. It's exciting. But I also feel like no one really does the dispo and it's not as sexy. It's the same conversation all the time. Do you guys see values in doing this, doing live buyer calls? Love to get your opinion on it. Drop a 1 on the chat. Drop a 2 if you feel like I'm wasting my time here. Let me know. How many deals do I average a month, Platinum? My main goal is 3 to 5 per week. So what is that? Anywhere from 3, 6, 9, 12, 12 to 20 a month. There are months where it's slower than the others. But put it this way, man. If I have 10 deals in the month locked up, I'm a happy camper. Let's see. 815-530. Cool. It sounds like you guys like this as far as the live buyer calls. Actually, I don't need to call that because he already answered. Eric who? Platinum, are you talking about Eric Klein? Oh, Eric McAvoy.
Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number.
No, I haven't heard of him. Or maybe I haven't. Maybe if I see the face.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Hello? Oh, you're all wrong. Cool, man. Is he on YouTube or social media? I'm pretty sure I can find him. I'll look him up. I'm always open to growing. Although I'm Filipino, I stopped growing back in high school. Middle school. Funny thing, I was like the tallest in the middle school and I was the shortest in high school. And for the rest of my life.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
John, good afternoon. Caesar here. Hey, left you a message yesterday. Noticed you're doing rental properties out in Port Charlotte. I've got an amazing buy and hold opportunity for you. I sent you all the info yesterday. I'll go ahead and resend it after this message. Let me know what your thoughts are. I have a few folks walking the property this week. Love for you to take a look at it. Don't want you to miss the opportunity. All right. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Bye. All right, let's see. Said Eric McAvoy. Oh yeah, I kind of have seen this guy. I haven't really listened to him yet, but I'll look him up, bro. For sure. Randy, are you asking me how tall am I? Damn, bro. Don't put me on the spot, man. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Wait, did I leave a message on? Oh yeah, I did. Planum, you ever watch you ever watch RJ Bates? If you don't, make sure you do, bro, because he is the truth, man. He is the truth. All right, guys, I'm going to make this last phone call here because I promised the Titanium family that I will open my StreamYard for them to make calls. And I haven't eaten anything, so I want to eat before that happens. RJ is the GOAT, man. Really Platinum, like, take a look, just watch his short videos, bro. Like, you'll understand why. And I've listened to a lot of folks. Hello, is this Nerva?
Yes.
Hey, Nerva, good afternoon. My name is Caesar. I'm calling because I noticed you have a couple of rental properties out in Port Charlotte. Are you still buying properties out there?
No anymore.
Not anymore, huh?
No.
All right. You have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Usually I wouldn't let that one go, but I just don't want to deal with her right now. That was pretty weak on my part. I should have kept asking more. All right. One thing to work on for today. Have patience. Gotta have patience. Yeah, Platinum. Randy said RJ's the GOAT. Obviously, we're gonna say that because we're part of his group. But in all honesty, man, like, I've followed Pace, I've followed King Kong. Let's go make some money. I've even looked at Eric Klein stuff. And for me, RJ Bates, I resonated with RJ because he was direct to the point. He didn't waste time and he was honest with people. And for me, that just resonated with me down to my core. So yep, I did. So take a look at him, man. He's the best in the business when it comes to cash deals. He tells the way it is, doesn't mind telling people he's a wholesaler or that he can possibly wholesale this deal. I just like it. And I told you, like, I started November of last year. I didn't clock up my first deal until January. And in January, I'm going, fuck, like, why am I only locking up 2 deals so far? Which I was okay with because I gave myself 90 days. So that was really only 60 days. So I was okay with that. But I was looking, I was doing a self-inventory of my process and I go, man, and I realized as good as the creative financing thing is, I felt like a lot of people I was talking to, it was new to them. It was confusing them. And then I wasn't good at it. So I was confusing them. And I'm like, dude, there's got to be an easier way, a simpler way of doing this. And my business partner then, Austin, was like, bro, have you heard of RJ Bates? I'm like, no. So he sent me a link. I watched it. Quick short video. Bro, I was like, there it is. That's exactly what I was talking about. Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? Yeah. How much you want for it? Tell me what you got going on. As soon as he said that, man, as soon as I finished watching that video, very next phone call, I asked those 3 questions and I never looked back. Now, was I great at it in the beginning? Of course not. I still had to learn. But it was simple. So for me, I keep it as simple as possible. And not to toot my own horn, but a lot of times when I'm within the TU, when we're doing implementation call, a lot of times that, right. Randy, you know, because you're on those implementation calls, man. There are times when I have my hands up and then I would like bring it back down because everything that I was about to say, RJ said. I was like, darn it. I'm like, okay, so it's funny because he made the comment earlier today too about, the comment that I made during the implementation call. And there has been many videos that I wanted to put together. And then I look and RJ just posted it like literally an hour ago. I was like, darn it. So I'm pretty excited about it, man. I think a lot like RJ. I still have a lot to learn, and I'm continuously learning from him and from other people like Randy and other folks that's been in the business for a long time. It's just I know personally that I can make it, that I know that I have what it takes, and all I have to do is just not just outwork everyone, but just outlast everyone else, right? And so, yeah, man, bro, that's the beauty of RJ's thing. There is no script. There's literally 3 questions you ask. Are you still looking to sell? How much you looking to get for it? Tell me what you got going on. And everything else in between is yourself, right? It's all about the motivation. Learn why they're selling, how you can solve that problem, how you can offer that solution. That's what I love about his process. 3 questions. It's not a long-winded script. It's not about getting into a freaking fake underwriter or my partner. My partner is the bad partner. He's the one that's giving the bad offers. I know that, dude, I tried all of that, man, and I never felt good about it. I felt like I was deceiving the folks. I don't know. I mean, that's just not my style. Now, other people use it. They make a good chunk of money. Kudos to them, but that's just not me. Cool. All right, guys, I got to get going. I got to go eat before I make some live seller calls. I'll definitely do more of these because I definitely want to dispo my own deal, man. So actually, just FYI, the very first deal that made it across the finish line, I ended up dispoing it myself. But that was just by pure luck. We had a dispo team. We couldn't dispo it because I locked it up way too high. Locked it up at 25,000. Actually, we started at 25. We ended up selling it for 9,500 or 8,500, 9,500. Somewhere, let's just say 9,000. And so I couldn't find any buyer, and it just so happened my partner, not my business partner, but my partner, her and I, she bought a condo, and so she was out of the country, and we had the painters there, and we were just talking. They were asking me what I do, so I told them what I did, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, man, we want to buy a property, but we can't buy a thing here in California. It's too expensive." Right? A couple of Mexican guys, just total cool guys, man. And I was like, well, I've got this property out in Ozona, Texas. And I can sell it to you for, at this point, we already dropped the price. I was like, I can sell it to you for 18,000 or 16,000. I forgot what it was. And bro, they actually drove from California to Ozona 2 days later because I told them, like, I need to make a decision ASAP. So they went that weekend and they looked at it. They were like, bro, there's no way. Actually, it was 16. There's no way I could pay $16,000 for this. It's pretty much a tear down. Da da da. They're like, I need this to be at 9,500. Oh no. I'm sorry. They needed it. Now I'm fucking. Give me a second, guys. I'll tell you the right numbers. I have to tell you because this is amazing. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Where is it? I ended up selling it for. Where are you? Fuck, you got to be kidding me. And there, guys, just bear with me because there's a reason why I'm telling you guys this. There's a very good reason why. One second, and I'm gonna leave this off with this. All right, because this will actually go with what RJ had just discussed on his live call today. Okay, so this was in Ozona. I locked it up at 28,000. Yep, I ended up displaying it at 13,000, and I got the seller down in 9,500, from 2,500 to 9,500. So our assignment fee was only $3,500, and so yeah, I ended up displaying it because the guys that were painting our condo wanted to buy a property. They drove all the way to freaking Ozona, Texas, came back like, we can't do 16. We'll do 13 or whatever it was, 13. And I came back and locked it up. And my line with them was, hey, I've talked, literally read out my metrics to them. This is what opened my mind. I go, we've sent out 7,800 emails, sent out over 800 text messages, talked to 30 investors or 10, whatever the number was. No one would touch it at that price point. I have someone that could close. We already got title open. They can close in 3 days. Here's the thing. We have to be at 9,500. And they're like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. And I go, look, how long has this been vacant for? How long have you tried to sell it? No one wants to buy it. The realtors don't want to buy it. The city wants to tear it down. We finally found people that have their own crew that's willing to pay you $9,500 because they have their own crew. And they're not going to tear that down. They're actually going to keep as much as they can and build on it, which is what you wanted, right, Miss So-and-so? She's like, yeah. So I said, now look, I know it's not 25K, okay, but 9K is better than no K. And I literally just shut my mouth. And her and her daughter was like, can't argue against that. He goes, do it. So we ended up doing it. So yes, I have dispoed a deal before, but it was a complete luck. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because it opened my mind that everyone's lying, right? When you're talking to sellers, when they tell you what's the lowest they can do, they're never going to tell you their lowest. What's really important is to know whether there's motivation or not. If there is motivation, there's always room to come down. If there is no motivation, there is no room to come down. So I'm going to leave that with that. I know this is a buyer's call, but a few folks on here, and I just wanted to leave with some value. Okay, guys, thank you for supporting. Thank you for always showing up. Till next time, let's go ahead and grow together and inspire each other. And Platinum, I want to hear from you. I'm going to be back on here sometime this week. I'm going to ask you how many phone calls have you made and how many sellers you've talked to. All right. All right, guys, have a good one.